as ready as can.
Let's start.
So, my name is Christian. I'm representing Ckvar. We are a team that looks at urban cycling, and we are aiming to disrupt that space. This stems from a personal experience. All of us are cycling in the urban area, and we have experienced a number of issues. While we love cycling and going to work, there is a lot of issues on the road, potholes, road distractions, etc., accidents, and we're really worried about it. So that really is a personal issue from which all this has started. So we were not alone. We started looking and investigating the market, and we did it in two different ways. One is to really look at what the facts are. We looked at some market research reports, and it turns out that about 44,000 injuries occur per year. That was in 2014 in Sweden. About 153 deaths from cycling. We conducted our own research. We did a market survey. We went out yesterday and actually sent out a survey and seeked a lot of information. We got about 100 responses, and 52 of those people that responded, cyclists and non-cyclists, suggested that there is a real concern, road concern for them, and that is one reason why they're actually not cycling themselves. And that, together with a very large market, which is about $65 billion internationally, to be estimated by 2015, makes it a very interesting spot to be in for us. So, now we just look and illustrate this issue and this example a little bit. We have Lotta, 22 years old, she lives in Stockholm. She goes every day to work, and she essentially experiences all these issues on the road. She has no idea what is happening exactly and why it's so complicated to get there. When she arrives, she's exhausted and frustrated and wishes there was something that really makes it all better for her. Whoa, that is not intended, that must be something. But essentially, we are aiming for having Ckvar, which is like ways for cyclists. So a tool that allows you to have a better understanding of what happens on the road. What Ckvar does, based on community input and other sources of input about the streets, it allows you to find an alternative route which is much safer for you on the bike. We focus a lot in our prototyping on an easy usage and proved accessibility about the information that is available, and also make this information personalized. So rather than dumping all the information on one map, and for you to figure out what to do, we made it something that is really accessible for you as an individual. Yeah, and now to just look at the prototype, we now have a bit of a dry version. We will give all of you an opportunity to look at our mobile solution as well as you judges in a minute. But to give you an idea, when you log in, you create a profile. Dries did this as an example. You know, when you open the app, you know what's happening around you in terms of, accidents and potholes and all this stuff. And that really comes from different sources. One of those sources is that this is a lady making a picture of issues in the road and submits that type of information to the website. Yes, based on that type of information, there's actually the normal route that is usually calculated. Our apps, Ckvar, will actually calculate a safer road, essentially a safer path. Yes, wow, okay, sorry about that. But essentially, yeah, the competitive landscape. We had a good look at what exists currently, and there are professional apps and platforms, Strava, MapMyRide, many of you might know them, and also Waze, of course, but Waze focuses a lot on automobiles and the cost of fuel. That is some of their value propositions to the market. That is not what we are looking for. We are essentially protecting the cycle and the cyclists by providing them with a better cycle experience. Yes, prospective partners. I also went out on Saturday and talked to XXL, to some bike shops, and asked them where you could sit with them and if you could partner up or have them as customers too, to channel perhaps customers to their store. Whoa, okay. Yes, and the monetization, we really think that we should focus on the experts and the ambassadors in this space first, and slowly build up this model, then start launching it with a larger audience, and then looking at the freemium and a model and the bicycle industry as a whole. So that's essentially sitting with the monetization, and you're more than welcome to ask some questions about it. It's a bit of work. Our team.
Thank you very much.